Good morning. Thank you for joining us. This is an awesome day here at Porsche Riverside. Today we're going to be going over this beautiful Cayenne GTS and some of the features equipped on it that you may want to put on your next Cayenne. So a lot of great things we're going to go over. Hopefully this is going to help you with your decisions on your next Cayenne build. One of the first things I want to go over is the entire front end of the Cayenne. A lot of customization you can do, a whole lot of features. One of the things I want to point out here is going to be our sport design package in high gloss black. That's going to give us the front bumper you see around the fog light area is all going to be in high gloss black. And if you have a chalk car, it contrasts very well. Some of the other things we're going to have are adaptive cruise control, allowing you to set your speed and proximity to the vehicle in front of you. Car will slow you down and speed you up with traffic. Now, also looking at the front end, this car is equipped with our PDLS Plus headlight. Now, what that does, a lot of people always ask questions about the headlights on the Cayenne. A lot of different options with our PDLS system. That stands for our Porsche Dynamic Lighting System. Dynamic meaning movement. So as you turn through a corner, the headlights will turn in that direction to light up the road ahead of you. So speaking of contrasting options, we're going to go over here. We have our roof rails in high gloss black to match our window trim in high gloss black. And something else that I personally did on my Cayenne, I have both door handles in that high gloss black, so it's a nice contrast to the body. Also with those mirrors, and to tie it all together, we have our 22-inch Sport Classic wheels in high gloss black as well. So a very nice way to kind of break up whatever color you have on your car to add some of these accents. And if you're in a GTS model, you also have the option to add the badging on the side. So we've gone over a lot of cosmetic features on the Cayenne. Now let's take a look a little bit on the inside. One question I get a lot is, Austin, what seat should I get in my Cayenne? It's really going to depend how you're going to drive the car. We have our 8-way, our 14-way, all the way up to our 18-way seats. Now, what's cool about the 18-way is you're going to be able to have all the functions of the 14, like the lumbar support and that extension in the front. But one of the coolest features is you can actually change the bolstering of the seat. You can make it squeeze you a little bit more or be a little bit more relaxed. If you're like me, I like to have two settings saved. One for comfort driving, one when I want to tear up the road a little bit more. So now that you're comfortable in your seat and you're all good to go on your interior, let's talk about what's surrounding you. This GTS is going to be equipped with our full leather interior. Now, a lot of people have questions with that. The seats are actually going to stay in the same material. However, when you add the full leather, it wraps the doors, the dash, all your grab handles, your center console in leather to give you that more luxurious feel, and overall wrap the entire car with a little bit more leather. Another trim piece that we have in here, you have a few different options between aluminum, carbon fiber, sometimes even wood. This one has our carbon fiber interior trim, and you'll notice that along the dash, the doors, and around the vehicle. One last thing while we're standing here, something you can actually add to your Cayenne if you already own it, or really any of your Porsches, is going to be our underdoor puddle light projectors. That's going to be a light replacement on the bottom of your door that actually shines that Porsche logo on the floor, just to remind yourself what you're in when you're getting out of the car. Now that we're on the inside of the Cayenne, let's go over some of the comfort features, because of course, you want to make sure you're comfortable while driving along in your Cayenne. Now, some of my favorite necessities that I would mention is going to be our heated and our ventilated seats. You can have that equipped for both driver, passenger side, even the rear seat if you'd like, for heated and ventilated. Looking at the steering wheel, we're going to have a few different things that we can add here. Now, you can get the GT steering wheel like this one if you want it to be a little bit smaller, more ergonomical for that spirited driving. But we have one of my favorite features that I'll find in any Porsche, and that's going to be Sport Chrono. That's going to be this little dial here, allowing me to go from normal, sport, and sport plus, which will then also let me utilize launch control. Something very fun I'm happy to show in another video as well. With this car, we have a few of our performance features as well, like you could see on the screen. I could adjust the height of the vehicle if I want to lift it up or lower it for that more spirited drive. We also have our sport exhaust we can turn on and off just to get a little bit more emotional or rumble out of this V8. Another feature that I highly recommend if you are the slightest bit of picky about your music, like I am, I always want to make sure I have a good sound system in my car because I really like to be able to turn it up and not have to worry or be concerned about either blowing the speaker or not getting that depth out of the music that I want. So this car is equipped with our Bose audio. It is our midline audio system. We have our Burmeister if you want that next level, but our Bose will give us 14 speakers in the car and give us that option to turn on our surround sound, which will overall just enhance the tune and music experience. With that, you can upgrade to Burmeister if you want and jump to 21 speakers, and that will have a full 3D immersive experience. However, for me, I feel most people, the Bose will be good enough. Now, 2 more features before we get out of this car that I wanted to go over. One of my favorites that I have in my Cayenne is going to be the very large panoramic roof. Now this is going to go from the driver's side or the front seat all the way to the back of the rear seat. So even your rear occupants are able to look out that sunroof, let in that natural light, and if it's too bright outside, you can easily close the shade and stop it wherever you'd like. And another feature, if you want to make sure that you can focus directly on the road, keep your eyes ahead, we do have our heads-up display that's going to display things like your speed, your navigation, and some other informative information up on the windshield, so you can keep your eyes and your line of sight straight ahead and just barely glance down to see that important information you may need for your drive. Now we're at the back end of the Cayenne, a lot of different things that you can do here. Now we're in the GTS models. Some of this stuff is going to be standard, but still options you could do on your Cayenne. So we have our Porsche logo in black. That's going to make it just a little bit more subtle. And the way they tied it in with our exclusive design taillight, which is this clear taillight as opposed to the red design, I think it blends very nice. Our model designation, we also have a lot of different options you can do. In this case, we have a matte black finish. You can do a high gloss black. You can have it painted to the body color. So in this case, that would be chalk. Or you can completely delete it if you just want that clean back in. Now taking a look in the rear, we have our comfort access, allowing us to kick your leg right underneath to open up the hatch. Now a lot of space back here. You can fit a golf bag sideways. I've done it multiple times. You can also fold the seats down in a 40-40-20 split. So if you just need to fold down the middle seat, very easy to do so, and you can still have 2 passengers sitting on each side. Now, one feature that I feel has a lot of great benefits is going to be our air suspension. You can see right now I'm lowering the rear end of the car. A lot of different reasons you may want to do this. You're loading something heavy. Sometimes you may have your dog jumping in the back. But me, I like to go snowboarding a lot. I sit back here and I put my boots on. Lowering the back end makes it a lot easier to do that. So a lot of different functions there. How it may fit your lifestyle is up to you. Thank you for spending the time with us to go over this Cayenne GTS. I hope that going over some of these features helped you out, and you're going to be able to build a Cayenne more confidently with what options you want. Again, if you want to stop by Porsche Riverside, ask for Austin Day. I'll be more than happy to go over some of these different options, equipment, and find what's best for you.